Hey guys, and welcome back to another Filmora Freebie. Okay everybody, welcome back to another freebie. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you wake up and have a great first day of 2021. So let's get started. Today we're going to talk about theming your video, and how you choose that is basically by picking your title. So the first thing you want to do when you're making a video is try to come up with some type of theme that you think you may want. And I always try to put that in your first decision with the title, because everything else will follow through with that. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and pick one of these titles here, and I want you to pay attention to the title of the pack that I'm using for these. So as you go through these each time and you edit your video, you'll go down this list, and as you go down this list, you want to keep everything themed. So I'm in Old World, and I picked Gaming Set right here for a title. That's what we're going to add. And that's our first thing. This is our title. And this is what that looks like. It's rather long. I'll let you see it play through once. There's no sound. We're not going to change any of the text here because you guys already seen us do that in another video. And I'll put the link to that video up in the top right hand corner. So now let's say we like this title. We're going to go back. Now we're going to add our media. Now this is just a piece of media from a Shed Wars video. Okay, so now that we know our title came from the Old World set, so the next thing we want to do is pick out how we want this video to transition from the title to the piece of media. So we're going to go to transition, and again we're going to look for Old World Pack, because we know that's the name of the theme of the title we chose. So we want our transition to meet or match the title. So I'm going to go back to Old World Pack, and we're going to scroll through some of these transitions and see which one we like best. So I like that transition. I want that transition to be between these two pieces of media. So I'm going to click on my project, add that to it. Now that I have an Old World title, I also have an Old World transition. Now what I want you to pay attention to is when you hit transition, it'll throw up two squares. A transition at the end of your video and a transition at the first of your video. You can click on each one of these individual squares and stretch out how long the transition lasts or how fast it goes by. And they're each individual to the segment of your video, so you can stretch out one end short and one end long. Usually in most instances when you add a transition or effect like this on a video, when you delete one, the other one will go with it, but in Filmora you can delete one and keep the other. So I'm just going to keep those transitions there, and I'm going to say I'm happy with that. Now the transition looks good. And let's say during the video I want to point out more information, or I want to add a little bit more flair to this because it's bland. So the next thing I'm going to do is click over to effects and try to add an effect to this square that I think I would like, but not take away from the video. Again, now that I'm in effects, I want to scroll down and find Old World. I'm just going to click one of these effects and show you the size of the effect that it puts on there. And I'll show you what that looks like along with the transition. Now there's a little bit of flair there, but it doesn't take away too much. So I also wanted to show you, instead of adding multiple instances of this in Filmora, all you have to do is get one end of it after you highlight it and drag that effect out across the whole project as far as you want for that effect to stay in there, or make it as short as you want. So this, and what this does is it keeps you from having to copy and paste so many of these at one time in a project. Now you can just stretch it out all across your video with one or two effects, and everything has a theme to it. Even at the end with your elements, as long as you're staying with the same theme, you're always going to find something that matches in this theme. And Filmora's done a pretty good job of making sure that each title has a bunch of effects that goes with it, tons of split screens and elements. So all you have to do is remember what theme you're going with, go through each tab and look and make sure that they have a set for it. And your video is always going to have a nice theme, and it's always going to look great together and be uniform. So, okay guys, I hope this helped. I just wanted to show you how to keep a theme on your video. It'll help keep your audience interested and watch longer. So I'll be bringing you some more tutorials in the future. I want to remind everybody that we will be going live again for the first time of 2021 this Sunday at 9, our regularly scheduled time. We'll also have a special guest and some new announcements about a giveaway. Thank everybody for watching, and I will see you then. Okay guys, thank you for watching. If you don't mind, click that notification bell so you don't miss anything.